Structural organization in animals is known as animal tissue. You know that the study of the tissue is known as histology. In this chapter, we have to learn about the different kinds of the animal tissues. Fine. Different kinds of the animal tissues, their functions, their locations. Fine. As well as in this chapter, we have to learn about the cockroach, earthworm, and frog. At the end of this chapter, I will give you the shortcut clue. Few MCQs asked related to the comparison of frog, cockroach, earthworm, and human being. Cockroach, frog, earthworm, and human being. Some comparisons are there, and according to that, the questions will be asked. Fine. So, study of the tissue known as histology, as you had learned with the hierarchy. You will learn with this that subatomic particles form the atom. Group of the atoms fuse together and form the micromolecules. Micromolecules join together and form the macromolecules. Then it forms the organelles. Organelles are joined together and form the complex structure, that is cell. Group of these cells from the tissue form the organ as well as organ system, and then individual organism. So each and every organism is made up of majoritarily of full tissues. each and every organism is made up of these types of the four tissues. Epithelial tissue, also known as epithelium, connective tissue which connect the parts. Yes, there are so many topics in the connective tissue. Major portion of the tissue, that is connective tissue. Muscular tissue. We have learned that muscles in the 20th chapter, that muscles has contractibility, elasticity, excitability, conductivity, like that. And we have three types of muscles: voluntary muscle, involuntary muscle, and cardiac muscles. And nervous tissue in that neuron, actually nervous tissue, it is also known as neuroglia. So neuroglia, it is made up of two things: neuron, that is nerve cell, and another cell is known as glial cell. Glial cell give the support to the neuron or nerve cell. So let us see from the textbook introduction. In the preceding chapters, you came across a large variety of organisms, both unicellular and multicellular, of animal kingdom. You know that in animal kingdom, so many animals are made up of these cells. So unicellular means you're made up of the one cell, and multicellular means made up of the group of the cells. In unicellular organism, all functions like digestion, respiration, and reproduction are performed by single cell. In the complex body of the multicellular animals, the same basic functions are carried out by different group of cells in well-organized manner. The body of the simple organisms like Hydra is made up of different types of the cells, and the number of the cells in each type can be in thousands. The human body is composed of billions of cells to perform various functions. In our brain, we have 100 million neurons. Fine. How do these cells in the body work together? Actually, in our body, all the activities are in synchronized manner. Synchronized manner means each and every process is related with the other process also. Just for example, I can say that the digestion process. Digestion process cannot be completed without other systems. Digestion process is not only related to the digestive tract. To churning of the food, to conduct the food, we require peristaltic movement in the muscles of the esophagus as well as stomach as well as the intestine. So muscular system is required there. To give the message for the contraction or peristaltic movement, nervous system is required there. So here nervous system is connected there. To secrete the gastric juice, pancreatic juice, salivary juice, I mean to say saliva. So exocrine, these all are exocrine glands. So these are glands, so glandular system is required. To contract and relaxation of that muscles, it requires oxygen, so respiratory system is now working here, as well as circulatory system supply this all these materials to the cells. And after completion of these cells functions, fine, so waste material is produced, fine, waste materials are produced, and this is eliminated by the excretory system. So I mean to say, no one activity can be completed by individual system present inside the body. So each and every system is completed by the synchronizing with the other process. So the group of the cells which are structurally and functionally similar. This the group of the cells known as tissue. You may be surprised to know that all complex animals consist only 4 basic types of the tissue. These tissues are organized in specific proportion and pattern to form the organ like stomach, lung, heart and kidney. When 2 or more organs perform the common functions by their physical and or chemical interaction, they together form the organ system. An organ system, for example, digestive system, respiratory system, etc. Cells, tissue, organs and organ system split up to work in a way that exhibit division of the labor and contribute the survival of the body as a whole, and as a result they unite together to form the whole individual. So here the each and every organism consists majority of the 4 types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. So this is the introduction of this chapter. So in next lecture I will continue with the epithelial tissue.